Lai Mohammed, because of the office he occupied, has been, threatening Nigerians over different things, because he believes he has a political power. He could just come out to say anything he likes. But good that Nigerians have actually sued this minister for actually saying that he will use his political power and also use it to oppress Nigerians. And he has been the one shouting about hate speech. But good that someone has been courageous enough to sue him. Well, more details will come to you shortly, but please, if you have not subscribed, please ensure you hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Yes, guys, I really appreciate you for all that you do. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for all that you've been doing here. I cannot take it for granted. I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you. Yes, without wasting much time, let us dive right into the details of this report, as it says that Lai Mohammed sue for threatening Nigeria's citizens with his political power and hate speech. Human rights lawyer in Inibehe Effiong has sued the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, for arbitrarily amending the broadcast code and hiking the fine for hate speech from 500,000 to 5 million naira. The originating motion filed before a federal high court in Lagos, Barrister Effiong challenged the imposition of 5 million naira fine on Nigeria Information 99.3 FM Lagos and the threat by the minister to punish other broadcast stations in the country over alleged hate speech. The suit comes barely days after Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, fined Nigerian media for granting an interview to a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Obadiah Mailafia, who claimed that an unidentified northern governor was a Boko Haram commander. The minister had threatened that any TV or radio station that allows elected officials to be insulted on its platform would be fined 5 million naira or shut down. The lawyer had also alleged that Lai Mohammed hijacked the responsibility of the NBC and unilaterally hiked the fine for hate speech from 500,000 to 5 million without consultation. Barrister Effiong, in his supporting affidavit, told the court that the action of the Minister of Information and Culture had gravely affected his freedom of expression and that of broadcast stations. Broadcasters and other Nigerian citizens who also appear as guests on radio and television stations to express critical views about the government and public office holders. The lawyer argued that abusing or insulting the government cannot be criminalized in a democracy. He contended that the expression hate speech is not defined under any written law and cannot be invoked or penalized based on the capricious expectations of the respondents. He said that to do otherwise will amount to setting fire to the Constitution, and that those who paid with taxpayers' money cannot be insulated or shielded from insult and abuse by those who pay them, that's the citizens. The activist reminded the court that Nigeria has passed the era of colonialism and military dictatorship. He said that Lai Mohammed was seeking to subvert Nigerians' constitutional democracy with the attendant liberties and foist a civilian dictatorship on the country. The lawyer therefore prayed the court to make a declaration that broadcast stations in Nigeria, broadcasters, guests, and callers during radio and television programs are entitled to a fair trial before a court of competent jurisdiction, as guaranteed by Section 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and Article 7 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights Ratification and Enforcement, Act Cap A9-LFN 2014, before a sentence of fine or other penalties can be imposed on them over comments, views, or opinions expressed on radio and television. He further prayed the court to make an order of perpetual injunction restraining the Minister of Information and Culture from imposing fines or other penalties on broadcast stations in Nigeria for comments or opinions expressed by citizens during radio or television programs. The lawyer also asked the court to nullify and set aside the penalty of fine or other penalties imposed on broadcast stations by the minister. Barrister Effiong equally asked that the court should set aside the provisions of the extant National Broadcasting Code and any amendment made thereto which purports to prohibit, criminalize or penalize comments or views expressed by citizens about the government and public office holders considered by Mohammed and the federal government to be abusive, insulting, or hate speech. Well, obviously, thank God, at least someone has been able to stand up for most Nigerians to, you know, for all that, Lai Mohammed has been saying. This is not even a military regime where you just decide to sue people for criticizing the government. That is why it is called democracy. There's freedom of expression and freedom of speech. If you believe as an office holder you don't want to be criticized, then you have no business being in a public office, because definitely if you're not doing well, people should be able to criticize you and tell you that you are not doing well. And now the Minister of Information and Culture is calling that hate speech and saying that anyone caught or any station in Nigeria caught talking about the government or government officials in such light, that such people will be penalized and will pay a fine of 5 million. Initially, he said it was 500,000, but later on, he moved it to 5 million naira. All these are so pathetic because it is not expected of any public office holder to now begin to find the people. And good that this man Effiong has taken this case to court and he has pleaded with the court that any of this must not happen, because definitely how do you expect people guests that the radio or TV station invites to talk about the government and everyone is scared of talking about a government official because they believe a fine of 5 million will be paid? It is not really called for. It is uncalled for. And these are things that should be really straightened up in the country. Lai Mohammed has done more harm than good, and he shouldn't even be seen as a minister, because rather he wants to be a dictatorship and wants to force everything down the throat of everyone. But all the same, guys, you've heard it all. What do you think about this? Do you think this is going to work out? Drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.